Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have hit the headlines recently for their involvement in different political matters. Last month the Duchess of Sussex wrote an open letter to Congress, advocating for paid family leave in the US. They also wrote a letter for COP26, asking world leaders to take action in ending the pandemic during this window of opportunity. Neil Sean spoke about the snub on his YouTube channel. He said, "As you know, they were not invited because it was just senior royals of the British royal family. That didn't stop the twosome deciding that they could have an input." He added, according to a source, Harry and Meghan allegedly offered to send a video. Any chance to get on Zoom and they're there. It's interesting because they wanted to offer not necessarily a political statement, but their good wishes to people attending. Can't knock them for that, they had good intentions. Mr. Neil said, apparently the organisers for COP26 were very keen, but it was very early stages so it wasn't quite broached with HRH Prince Charles or Prince William. This is where it all went wrong. The bigger problem for Harry and Meghan was that once Her Majesty decided to pull out, then the next stage was to record her own personal tribute. What a speech it was, I thought it was terrific. Once the Queen offered to send a video, all of the bets were off. This is the problem Harry and Meghan have going forward, the other senior royals have the seniority. COP26 organisers were very thankful at the fact Meghan and Harry offered to do a video. The couple have since made a statement vowing to become carbon neutral by 2030. Hard for him. Prince Harry to have found COP26 speech snub genuinely hurtful. Camilla's ginormous 5-strand necklace worth $8 million shows richness. A look at Queen's $66 million necklace, most expensive piece of royal jewelry in world, they claimed, as global leaders convene for COP26 to commit to solutions for our climate crisis. All of us at Hartlepool, led by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, share our pledge towards a more sustainable future by becoming net zero by 2030. We are a young company, but today, Hartlepool joins our co-founders in committing to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2030. Achieving net zero carbon emissions means making a series of choices over time to make that footprint as small as possible while compensating for any remaining emissions through high-quality carbon removal projects. They have recently been slammed for their frequent use of private jets. Lilibet Diana is the 5-month-old daughter of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, with speculation having surrounded her christening since her birth in June. Questions over whether it will happen in the US, the UK, or even at all, have surfaced in recent months. Some reports suggest that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are keen for Lilibet to be christened in the UK, but the coronavirus pandemic has made international travel more difficult. But the UK is now opening up to foreign travel, with the rest of the world closely following. Lilibet's brother, Archie, was born in May 2019 and christened at Windsor Chapel just 2 months later. An intimate ceremony, the Archbishop of Canterbury baptized the young royal in front of a small group of friends and family. He followed a long line of members of the royal family, who have been christened, with Paul Bayes, the Bishop of Liverpool, noting that the firm has always set an example in regards to the ceremony. Christenings have an added element of significance given the Queen's position as head of the Church of England. Because of this, Bishop Bayes told Express.co.uk that, despite the uncertainty, the Queen would be rejoicing and hoping that Lilibet is christened. When asked if he believed it would be important for the monarch to be present during Lilibet's christening, he said, "For me, as a Christian, the main thing is the act of the christening itself. If things go wrong at a birth and it looks as though the baby isn't going to live that long, the hospital chaplain would come, only on request, and baptize the baby before it passes away. In that case, you of course don't wait around for the family to come, you do it as fast as you can. I think this underlines what the main thing is about this. Having said that, it's always wonderful to have a party, and if that's possible I'm sure that will be lovely. But with a lot of families, including the royal family, widely spread across the country and world, it's sometimes not possible. I'm sure wherever Lilibet is christened, the Queen and all members of the family will be rejoicing and hoping for that blessing. While a person can be christened at any age, the ceremony can only happen once. A Christian practice, Bishop Bayes explained that parents often want their children to be christened as it acts as a good start in life by being blessed by God. Don't miss on the Christian side, a christening is a welcome into God's family. Bishop Bayes said, it gives an opportunity for families to feel that they're asking God's protection and blessing for their child. And, it gives a chance for the church to say that we believe God loves everybody and that God comes to meet us even before we're old enough to realize what's going on. Among members of the royal family, christenings have been very public affairs. Over the years, it has been customary to see pictures of the firm gathering together for the ceremony. Since 1841, the baptism of Queen Victoria's daughter Princess Victoria, royal babies have all worn the same trailing royal christening gown designed by Janet Sutherland, or at least a replica of it. In 2004, the Queen commissioned Angela Kelly, her dressmaker, to create an exact copy of the original outfit. This was then worn by James, Viscount Severn, at his christening in 2008. The gown or its replica has been worn by 62 royal babies including Queen Elizabeth II, according to the Royal Collection Trust. Meghan and Harry broke with tradition for Archie's christening, the ceremony undertaken in a private and close-knit setting. Opening up about one incident which left her shocked, Ms. Cost claimed that prior to the royal wedding in 2011, Charlene had changed Alexandra TM's room to take advantage of Albert TM's absence. She said, in our situation, diplomacy had to prevail. But during the engagement period, I experienced things that alerted and shocked me. For example, she changed my son's room, taking advantage of his father's absence to move him to the employee wing. As a mother, I cannot find words to describe these actions. He told Point of View, she had just informed me that she was going to release something. I thought it would be just a birthday photo. It was inappropriate, I was furious to find out. She said, it TMS a subject that I cannot avoid because we are often put in parallel. I don't like people comparing us. I never advertised myself as an enemy. I am a gentle woman. Given our respective ties to the prince, we should have made sure to support each other cordially. Prince Albert TM's two oldest children are not in the line for succession due to being born out of wedlock. Nicole Cost also talked about her son TM's relationship with his half-siblings and his father. As for Jacques and Gabriella, they are still small, Alexander plays happily with them when he sees them. She said he gets on well with his father, they get along very well and are very close friends. But, his father being a sovereign prince, some things are a little out of the ordinary. Prince Charles was the most senior royal at this week's TMS COP26 Leaders Summit, which he branded the last chance saloon to save the planet. The Queen stayed at Windsor Castle after doctors advised her to stay home and rest, sending a pre-recorded message to leaders instead. In her message, the monarch praised both Charles and Prince William for their work in environmental campaigning. Their wives Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall and Kate, Duchess of Cambridge both joined them in Glasgow. Charles and Camilla married in 2005, but their relationship goes back much further, ever since they first met back in the early 70s. Investigative author Tom Bauer claimed the Queen did not approve of Charles and Camilla TM's relationship, even when they were both divorced. He wrote for the Mail in 2018, for years, both the Queen and her mother had refused to have anything to do with Charles' trademark mistress. Not only did they not want her present at any royal function, either formal or informal, they actively disapproved of her, and of Charles' trademark relationship with her. Mr. Bauer claimed that, after growing increasingly frustrated, Charles confronted his mother about it at Balmoral. Charles allegedly asked the monarch to soften her antagonism so he could live openly with Camilla. He hoped that the Queen would at least not forbid him from doing so. Mr. Bauer wrote, but on that evening she TMD had several martinis, and to Charles' trademark surprise she replied forcefully, she would not condone his adultery, nor forgive Camilla for not leaving Charles alone to allow his marriage to recover. The Queen reportedly accused Charles of lying about his relationship with that wicked woman Camilla, and yelled, "I want nothing to do with her." Charles is said to have stormed out, and could not forget his mother calling Camilla that wicked woman. Mr. Bauer said the Prince of Wales tearfully called Camilla. He was distraught. Both the Queen and Prince Philip are said to have told Charles that he could not rebuild his image until he split from Camilla. Charles reportedly turned to some more sophisticated tactics after speaking to his mother. Mr. Bauer said he invited both the Queen and Camilla to a 60th birthday celebration for King Constantine of Greece. Both attended, but the Queen allegedly refused to be introduced to Camilla. The turning point in the relationship proved to be the Queen Mother TM's funeral in 2002. The Queen changed her mind on inviting Camilla to the funeral after Charles' trademark emotional tribute to the Queen Mother on TV, Mr. Bauer wrote. Her Majesty did not attend Charles and Camilla TM's wedding in 2005. However, The Telegraph reported at the time that she had told a friend it would have gone against the moral compass of her position as the head of the Church of England. She reportedly said, "I am not able to go. I do not feel that my position permits it." At the wedding celebration the same day, the Queen welcomed Camilla to the Winner TM's enclosure, as the wedding fell on the same day as the Grand National. As reported by Vanity Fair in 2018, she said, "I am very proud and wish them well. My son is home and dry with the woman he loves." Camilla and the Queen enjoy a good relationship now, according to royal expert Howard Hodgson. He told Express.co.uk, "Those two ladies, Camilla and Sophie, Countess of Wessex, the Queen absolutely adores them. The Queen gets on very well with Camilla. She didn't really understand, and was probably guilty of believing what she might not have read, but had been told." Mr. Hodgson said Camilla and Kate are helping to paint an incredibly strong picture of the royal family, and are enhancing its reputation.